All right, today we are going to show you how to calibrate the Sper Scientific pH meter 850055 and 850056 and how to handle the error 13 message. Now, if you do see the error 13 message, that's because something happened during the calibration process and you're going to have to reset the meter back to factory settings. I do want to point out in this example we are using standard buffer solution, pH 4 and pH 7. And you could also use pH 10 if you wanted to as well, depending upon what you were actually testing. So the first thing you would have to do, in any case, is turn the meter on. And you do that by hitting this button right here. So as you can tell on the screen, there's a couple different areas. We're going to be dealing with the main area where you see the large numbers, and then the secondary screen where the temperature is showing at this moment in time. So if you are seeing the error 13 message, you're going to have to reset the factory settings as I have stated. In order to do that, you have to get into the settings in the machine, and you do that by hitting the set button. Once you hit the set button, you can tell that you are there because you'll see P1 appear. So now we're going to use these toggle buttons to go up to P8. P4 is where we'll be going and adjusting the buffer solutions. P5 is where you actually set the ready button to appear if you want to have it. For this example, we are going to P8 to reset the factory settings. In order to do that, you have to hit the min-max average button. You have to move it to yes by using the toggle button going up. I do want to point out, once you hit yes, anything that you have saved on this meter will be wiped out. So if you have specific points or values that you have saved in this meter, they will be gone. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I do that by hitting the min-max average button. It is now set back to factory settings. I'm going to go down to P5, make sure my ready button is showing, and that's something that I want to have in this example. It's not something that you're required to do. It shows yes, we're ready to move on to the buffer solutions. So one of the reasons why you may have seen the P13 message is that you're not calibrating to the right type of solution. So this particular meter comes from the factory ready to go in what's called N.I.S.T solution. In this case, since I'm using standard solutions, pH 4, pH 7, or pH 10, I need to change the mode to custom. And it's very simple to do by moving up and have it say CUS. Now to save that mode, you hit the min-max average button again, and you hit the escape button, and we're back to the main screen. Now we are ready to calibrate this meter. First thing I'm going to do is take my probe. Now I want to point out I am using a probe using ATC, or automatic temperature compensation, to do this particular calibration. If you are not using a probe with ATC, please refer to the manual on how to calibrate using that type of a probe. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off my probe using a little distilled water. And in this example, I'm using best practices, so I have 2 bottles of pH 7 open and 2 bottles of pH 4 open, so I don't contaminate the actual solution I'm going to be testing. So I'm going to take the probe, put in a little pH 7. Now I'm going to put it in my secondary bottle, or the bottle I'm actually going to be calibrating to. So all I do is hit Cal, hit the hold or C button until on the secondary screen 7.0 appears. Now I'm going to be a little bit patient, make sure it's in the solution. Hit the min-max button. It's going to be flashing. Again, be patient, wait for it to stop flashing. Hit the Cal button, and now it's calibrated to 7.0. Now, because I'm going to be calibrating 2 points, and in most cases you're going to be calibrating 2 points. Sometimes it's pH 4 and pH 7, or it could be pH 7 and pH 10. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the second point, which is pH 4. So I'm going to clean off the probe using distilled water, put it in my first bottle of solution. I'm going to put it in my actual calibration bottle again. I'm going to hit the Cal button. Hit the hold button. 4.50 is going to appear on my secondary screen. I'm going to lower that down to 4.0 since that's my target. Hit the min-max button. flashing. Stop flashing. I hit it. It's calibrated to 4.0. Again, if you have any questions about this, please review the meter, please review the video, or we'll go through the manual. Thank you very much.